What is going on in America right now? So the president of the United States, the same United States where people used their guns to fight off the British for their independence, gave a 30-minute speech about how he wants to destroy the Second Amendment and then ended it by saying this.
All right. God save the Queen, man.
It all makes sense now. Joe Biden identifies as the president of the United States, but his pronouns are he, him, Brandon, redcoat. People, I want you to understand that this is the leader of our country right now. Oh, but it gets worse. Here he is talking about the ATF's rule on pistol braces. The piece of plastic designed to help disabled shooters shoot better.
Made it harder for people to buy stabilized braces. Put a pistol on a brace, it turns into a gun. Makes it more, you can have a higher caliber weapon, a higher caliber bullet coming out of that gun. It's essentially turning it into a short barrel rifle.
Why would you want to make it harder for disabled people to have a piece of equipment that makes it easier for them to use a gun for self-defense? But don't stop there. Why not make it harder for amputees to get wheelchairs and then change all the handicapped parking spots to reserve parking for only able-bodied people in Ferraris? You can finish off by requiring anyone who's blind that they have to wait 3 to 6 months and pay a $200 tax stamp for every book they want to buy that's written in Braille. Brandon has absolutely no clue what a pistol brace is or how it works, but that's not saying much considering he clearly doesn't know what country he's the president of. But for him and the rest of the people at this anti-2A summit, it doesn't matter. Because anything that makes exercising your 2A rights exceedingly difficult is a good thing for them. Never mind that the ATF said pistol braces were legal years ago and then changed their mind after millions of people bought them. A couple of mass shooters use a gun that happens to have a pistol brace on it, and all of a sudden, they're the preferred gun of mass shooters. As if someone who's about to commit mass murder is going to think twice about putting a stock on an AR pistol because it's illegal. The pistol brace doesn't turn a gun into a higher caliber anything. The gun is already the gun and has the caliber that it has. The pistol brace has nothing to do with it. Putting a brace on a gun doesn't make it more powerful. It provides better control when you fire it, which is the whole point of a damn gun. Are we really trying to make the argument that we want guns to be harder to control so that instead of hitting what you're aiming at, random people get killed? Is that really what we're arguing for? The crazy thing is the pistol brace makes it harder for a criminal to conceal the gun, not easier. The problem is a good guy with a gun is invisible to Joe Biden unless it's someone on his protective detail. So anyone else with a gun is a bad guy with a gun to Joe Biden. This means that if any accessory makes a gun easier to control, he thinks it only makes it easier to control for criminals instead of the millions of good people with guns who use them to protect their life every year. Joe has no intention of being reasonable or stopping his push for gun control, and he said it himself in his speech.
Never bow. Never bend, never yield, never kneel. We never will on this issue. Never, 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 never. We have a rational policy. Folks, it's time once again that we banned AR-15 rifle style rifles. We will ban multi-round magazine.
Remember this clip the next time Brandon says he supports the Second Amendment. God save America from Brandon. And